Alright guys, welcome to the second game of this match between Redskin Prince, who are up in the match 1-0, and WerSes and Adelmo. So let's take a look first at WerSes Roman Army, which was the one I wanted to see the first. So we got Gladiator Spearmen on the right, and then we got Auxiliary Infantry, Evocati Cohorts, so about 6 Evocati Cohorts, 4 infantry, 3 auxiliary infantry. In the missiles we got Syrian archers, about 3 or 4 of them, I believe. The general, an elephant unit, and another gladiator spearman on the right. Let's take a look at the cavalry force of Adelmo. We have Saka cataphracts. Yeah, so we got about 5 Saka cataphracts. Then we got 3 horse archers on the right, and more Saka cataphracts. No, steppe noble armed lancers. So the heaviest shock cavalry for Massagetae. And yes, Rogue. I was just gonna call you that. Yeah, Battle Flash tournaments are every weekend for different games, but we usually always try to have at least one tournament going on every weekend. Let's take a look at the Spartan army of Redskin. So we have about 4 missiles, Rhodian slingers at the front. We have Periakoi hoplites. No, these are pikemen. No, hoplites and pikemen. So he's got 4 Periakoi pikemen and 2. Actually, it's 5. It's more than that. It's 5 of them. Spartan hoplites. About 5 Spartan hoplites in the back. Periakoi hoplites. So it's 6 Periakoi pikemen, 2 hoplites, and 5 Spartan hoplites. Then the general in the middle, a hero of Sparta unit. They're starting the skirmish war early enough. And now let's take a look at the Royal Scythia army of Royal Prince. So we got 4 missile calves, steppe horse archers. Then on the far right we have a steppe noble lancer. Then the melee cav, Scythian royal horse. And this is so 6 melee cav. That is pretty good, because Rome is since Rome is pretty heavy infantry, melee cav is going to be great against them. But now it's going to be whether I think this is going to be an interesting trade, because Roxolani, and there's 2, I missed this too, steppe noble lancer shock cav. What I was going to say is that in this case it almost seems is Royal Scythia should be fighting Rome, because they do have the bonus versus infantry. Not a lot, it's a 10 bonus versus infantry from this Scythian royal horse. They could be fighting these swords pretty well. And then Sparta should be fighting, obviously, the Saka cataphracts and the Roxolani. Not Roxolani, I keep saying Roxolani, the Massagetae. So obviously that's going to be way harder for Sparta to do, because you have hoplites and pikes trying to catch up to cavalry. That's never a good option. But it wouldn't be too crazy for Royal. Well, no, because really this cavalry would only shine against infantry in prolonged melee combat. Like just charging hit and run wouldn't work so fine. But I'm not sure if Prince should engage the Saka noble armored lancers with his royal horses, because these units are extremely heavy, and just in the charge alone they might take these units down. Because these are specialists, they have bonus versus large, 10 bonus versus large, so definitely I'm not sure you want to fight these. You should bring infantry support. Sparta has a lot of infantry, so they actually can spare a few units. Even this Spartan hoplites, they could spare some to the flanks, because with Rome you're looking at about, what is this, 4, 7, you're looking at about 10 infantry units. For Sparta you're looking at, what is this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, you're looking at almost 14 infantry units, so you can definitely spare a few. So the combat starts, it's actually 2 shock cavalry, steppe noble lancers going against Saka cataphracts, and here's gonna start the blob. More charge from Adelmo. Here comes the melee cav. In theory this should go to the Massagetae, to Adelmo, but you never know. Well, there it is. First one is already wavering. Another charge, and Adelmo doesn't get the trample. He doesn't get the trample ability. He's missing his micro there. There he's the trample. A little bit late, but better late than never, I guess. Here comes more infantry, and there he comes Rome to support. I think this is where Redskin is missing out. He should definitely be helping out with some infantry in this fight, because these are extremely heavy cavalry, second noble are lancers, so he should definitely be helping out. Now the archers breaking havoc on this side, getting pretty good shots against this pikeman. They're still pretty high in numbers. They haven't done a ton of damage, but you know, they're just harassing and being annoying. And now they're getting shot down by Prince's cavalry. They just fend them away. Very good move there by Prince. So the fight's still going on here. It seems Royal Scythia's got the numbers, but now here comes the infantry support. And now, only now, is Redskin moving. Massagetae start going down. The Saka Cataphracts are started wavering down to a third of his strength, 23, 21 men. This unit might rout. And I think Adelmo got really bad charges. He didn't get the trample up. Now this is where it could be trouble for Sparta, because he might engage Roman infantry out of pike formation, out of hoplite wall, and completely outflank. Remember, the only way pikes can beat superior infantry units is by charging from the front. And right now, with all this movement going on, I don't think he's going to be able to get that frontal fight. There's a trample for Adelmo, and more of his units going down. This Scythian Royal Horse is just so strong in melee. So strong. I was probably wrong. I probably underestimated them, because they are really not dying. Even when they got charged, they're still pretty strong in numbers. But here come the elephants. These elephants could turn the whole thing around. If he gets a good charge on this Royal Scythia, these elephants could really turn this fight around. But right now it seems like Royal Scythia is going to take it. He's killing everything. He's killing even gladiator spearmen. Like, particular counters to cavalry, they're killing them. And now comes more infantry, auxiliary infantry, more spearmen. So these horses are just ridiculously strong. But here come the elephants. Let's see if they can withstand the test of elephants. These are not extremely powerful elephants, but still elephants, you know, you can't underestimate them. So there they are, trying to make their way through. Then the first unit start to waver. There you go. So now they start to rout. The rest of the battlefield, Rome's already engaged. And they actually, Sparta got a good engagement with pikes down, hoplite wall, pikes are still down, so now Rome has to retreat. They have no other option. They're pretty much tied down on the left, which is not that bad, because they're actually winning on the left. Then on the right, all this infantry for Redskin just getting shot there. If he moved all this infantry to this side, he could finish this battle right now. He could completely flank all of this Roman infantry. Okay, so there were two cavalry fights here on the left flank. One was won by Royal Scythia and the other one was won by Massagetae. But now Royal Scythia is pretty depleted and the general is there, stuck there. This elephants, see, only 11 kills. But you know, in cavalry fight, every kill is decisive. There goes the general. I think this is going to be a mass rout for Scythia. All the cavalry is lost. The general is down. It's only down to the horse archers, which by themselves could probably not do a whole lot. All these missiles, the auxiliary archers for WerSes is doing a lot of work on these pikes, but like I said, Rome got a terrible engagement because Sparta just flooded the field with infantry. So you had hoplites fighting in front of pikemen, and again, this infantry, he needs to bring it around. Come on, Redskin, micro those units. Bring them over here. He has to come and support the other flank. So all the cavalry's gone. Finally, the spearmen proved to do their work. And Adelmo coming out on top for the cavalry fight. Some of the units pretty depleted. down to 9 men, 20 men, but at other units almost completely full, like at 90% of their strength. And most importantly, the general is alive and untouched. 60 units, 60 men left for the general. So now this is where it gets interesting, because Roman infantry is getting slaughtered, and the few units that are left might not be enough. So we could end up being a Sparta infantry against all the cavalry from Adelmo. So you really, that would obviously, well, not obviously, but most likely that would go in Sparta's favor. But there again, he's not getting good positioning. Red King is just pretty much reacting. You know, whenever he gets charged, he just turns around and attacks. He should be trying to anticipate these moves so that he's ready to receive any charges. Now he's leaving some of these units out. You know, these units just standing here, getting shot, fighting archers, sitting there. He's having a lot of micro problems. Prince doing whatever he can with what's left of his horse archers. Sparta's starting to go down. This is what I was talking about. You cannot isolate Spartan units, whether they're hoplites and especially pikes. You cannot isolate them because they get outflanked and completely destroyed. Look at this. It's a isolated unit, isolated unit, isolated, isolated. 4 isolated units. These are like isolated pawns in chess. Like they just have no support. They're just easy targets. Indeed, very little teamwork. It seemed they were doing fine with the cavalry, but you know, to my liking, Redskin was just too slow. He didn't support the right flank at the right time, or at all. I don't think he ever got there actually. And then a lot of his units were just sitting around getting shot. And they had the upper hand because the cavalry, the Royal Scythia cavalry was actually destroying Massagetae. If he had gotten some support from Sparta, they would have definitely won that one. But yeah, like this is irrelevant now. Pikemen, as strong as they are, isolated, are just easy prey for flanking. Sparta going down. Don't get me wrong, Sparta is extremely strong if you can keep them together. They have ridiculously strong hoplites, they got pikes which are strong on their own. Like Sparta is just pretty strong, but you have to keep them together. You have to bring support from one unit to another. And Redskin really failed at doing that. So that's gonna be game. Really no chance. But that was a pretty fun game. I actually enjoyed that game. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. Great game. So that's where you saw the results of teamwork, because Adelmo, supported by WerSes, pretty timely, and that's the result. You get a very nice fight. So that's gonna be it. Let me update this scoreboard. So that's gonna be 1-1. We got a tie. We got a tie. Great game. Great game. Alright. So it's gonna come down to the third game. Remember, it's a best of 3. So we're just gonna wait for them to pick factions again, get ready, and we'll jump right back into the battle. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in literally 2 or 3 minutes maybe. Hopefully they hurry up. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay with us.